Okay, what's going on, YouTube citizens? What's going on to my subscribers? What's going on to my friends? I know y'all been wondering, hey, what TLT 1020 been? He ain't put a new video. No more revelations, no more video responses, or what's been going on? Well, folks, I have been the busy bee, working two jobs. Has been very tiresome, and not only that, but working uh, on the weekends as well, and not working my jobs on the weekends, but doing chores, catching up throughout the week. So since putting them on delay uh, throughout the week, because between two jobs, weekend I pretty much do chores. So it's like every time I think to come on here to do a video response, I end up doing something else, or trying to rest. Be like, okay, I'm gonna get on here and share this new revelation, and end up going to sleep or something. So in case y'all wonder what's been going on, it's mainly trying to stay afloat by managing things, trying to keep up on all I have, and just mainly rotating between two jobs. So luckily got a break where one of my jobs end up shutting down, as far as not shutting down like layoffs or something like that, but they had to do some maintenance there. So by them having to do maintenance, they kind of had to shut down the whole operation. So got a free day, stood around for mostly 6 hours just talking and relaxing, and then last 2 hours end up going home, getting rest, waking up to come on here to talk to you guys. So I haven't forgot about you, and just want to let you know that. So first up, I got actually two video blogs I want to put up on here, and the first one is about that Muslim mosque them building their ground zero, which it's kind of obvious. I already read a newspaper about them trying to build a Muslim mosque near ground zero, and a lot of some of the congressmen believe that that's gonna be a training ground, a training camp, like for the jihad and stuff like that, for them building a Muslim mosque near ground zero. And I'm like, okay, how would it be a training ground because it's near ground zero? What about the rest of the Muslim mosques that's steady getting built? What about that? But they saying, hey, if they got the money, if they got the funds, then they can build wherever they want. And of course, they do have the money because of over in Afghan or Saudi Arabia, etc., where they have oil. So of course they got oil, they got the money to build that mosque, and they will build it. There's really no dispute. The first thing they can use or throw it in their face is the First Amendment, freedom of religion. And what's wrong with us building a mosque near ground zero? What would be the difference them building the Catholic Church near ground zero than a mosque? And a lot of people don't understand, like, why so many Americans resistant to Muslims. Why is that? If you study about the Crusades, that's why. Actually, Christians and Muslims been warring and fighting against each other for centuries, and the Crusades explains their history. While the Catholics was trying to mostly conquer in the West, because both having the same mentality to have this world domination of their religion, right? So the Catholics was trying to conquer the whole world, make the whole world Catholic, while the Muslims was trying to make the whole world Muslim. So they was warring against each other and trying to take over each other's territory. So what ended up happening is it ended up getting split 50-50, where Christianity covered the east, the western part of the world, and Muslims covered the eastern part. So it ended up being 50-50, but still territorial, on who gets what land and what land becomes what religion. That's been going on. So the whole history of the Crusades is like why a lot of Christians resisting against Muslims. And they say, of course, what they believe, but at the same note, a lot of Muslims feel the same way about those who of the Christian faith, what we believe. So this has been going on for quite some time, okay? The whole warring thing. Now, the revelation as far as with the Muslim mosques that's steady getting built over in this country, because I'm starting to see several Muslim mosques get built over here. Colonization has always been a successful military strategy to conquer land or to conquer a people. By colonizing, of course, you blending in with the people, or you bring in your culture, your people, your practices and beliefs on a certain people's land, and you got your own little section, your own little portion of this people's land, but at the same time interacting with the people of the land. So it's like, this is our area over here, this is where we're gonna practice our culture and do our thing, but at the same time we can mingle with the people who are natives to the land while we colonizing on the land. So by colonizing, of course, you getting on the inside, you studying the people, you knowing their strengths, knowing their weaknesses, you knowing what they all about. And that's what a lot of the Muslims are doing over here. They colonizing through Muslim mosques to where it seems innocent. So people, when think of Muslim mosques as training grounds, they'll look at Muslim mosques as a place of worship. If you matter of fact, a lot of the truth is something everywhere, people. The truth is never in one particular source. It's actually scattered all over. As a matter of fact, if you look at this video game called Assassin's Creed, I remember speaking on this before. This video game called Assassin's Creed, where this guy goes around, he pretends he's a priest, and I'm assuming he pretends he a Catholic priest because the way he dresses seems resemblance to Catholic. So he pretends he a Catholic priest, and he goes around and he blends in with this group of priests like he praying. And then he goes around assassinating people, a trained assassin, but blending in as a priest. So it's the same way. As a matter of fact, some of the history of what I've spoken about how Muslims conquering territory, Catholics conquering territory, the West and the East, is actually on that video game. So the same way on Assassin's Creed, the video game, how this guy blended in as a priest but really a trained assassin, is how a lot of the Muslims are in these Muslim mosques. You got some innocent sects, some innocent groups, then you got a lot of non-innocent groups who actually are jihad members, who are over here but blending in as ordinary citizens and blending in to be holy people, but really not holy people, but trained assassins, just like on the video game. And really colonizing over here to get on the inside of America through an innocent way, or an innocent resemblance, or innocent image, to study about the culture of this country, to study about the culture of this country, to study about the strengths and weaknesses of this country in an innocent form and fashion, just like on Assassin's Creed. Be a mosque to pretend it's our place of worship, but all along it's our place of training, all along our place of studying, to get on the inside to learn how to bring America down, how to destroy America. And there's more and more mosques being built daily because they have the funds, because of oil, because their country is getting rich off oil. They have the funds to build as many mosques as they can, and pretty soon you're gonna see more mosques than Christian churches, because you see a lot of Christian churches struggling to have funds to build more churches, to build more Christian based churches. So I see more struggling Christian based churches than I do Muslim mosques. So Muslim mosques will possibly in the next couple of years outnumber the Christian churches in this country.